everybody. This is Thomas Griffin Jr., but you knew that already. And as part of a little special little piece for all you people that actually follow my YouTube channel for Accursed Studios, I have with me the 3 cast members and the 3 creative minds behind the skit comedy show A Bunch of Junk. And I'm just going to do a little interview to introduce you to some of these people. Maybe you can see my cat kind of wandering around in here. But anyways, please introduce yourself.
I'm Isaiah Timothy Harden. I like long walks on the beach, nice summer suns. Sorry.
I'm Jeremiah. Peace.
Who are you?
Who am I? Who am I to you?
I can see where this is going.
You can't bring a bunch of Junk's cast on the show and not expect a bunch of Junk issues.
You don't know me by now. Why am I even here?
This is Elijah Harden. And as you can tell by their last names, they are all brothers. And they are the ones that created this thing, I think. I'm not sure. And I'm going to try my best to conduct a somewhat informative interview with these guys. But I make no guarantees. But actually, if I wanted to ask a legitimate first question is, who came up with the idea, or how did the idea of A Bunch of Junk come into fruition?
Campfire. We had nothing better to do that day. It was a bowling reenactment, and we were sitting around a campfire, and we just said, "Hey, let's just make a comedy skit show."
Him. He's the original. He's the original concept of the idea.
I've heard different variations of it, but you say it's him.
In actual legit things, Jeremiah and Elijah were the first 2 to really think of doing a comedy skit show idea.
Right.
And then they came to me, and well, actually, I came out of the tent, and we sat down and we all started talking about it. The name, however, I actually came up with because we were actually sitting around the campfire and pretty much just sitting there talking about the idea of a comedy skit show.
Right.
And then it just hit me that we didn't want to do what everybody else does. We wanted to do whatever the heck we felt like.
And if y'all knew Civil War reenactments, you would understand where we were coming from.
Because you were able, so you had experience doing things when it comes to
improv.
Improv,
we have battle scenarios being shot at, and we have to act like we're getting shot at and maneuver. So we're looking at going, let's just take this talent and turn it into a comedy skit show.
Is that how? That sounds like.
And the whole concept, actually, at first we were thinking comedy, and then we were like, well, instead of just doing comedy, let's just do variety, random type stuff. And suddenly it hit me, best name for it could be A Bunch of Junk. As in indicating that all we put on there is whatever the heck we want to put on there.
So basically it's like you're guaranteeing laughs all the time, but you're gonna laugh sometime in this.
Exactly.
You're going to crack a smile.
It also
you want a little stupid humor.
Exactly.
It also makes skits to make you think. So you sit there going, did he just call us stupid?
The dog head thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, now, just so I know, do you have one specific person that contributes to the show, or do you all have your own little set duties that you do?
Every one of us have specific things that we bring to the show.
Okay, so
The in-your-face humor.
I was gonna say, so what do you more or less provide?
He's the actual comedian.
I'm the bright, coloring movement that keeps people's attention.
Here's the thing.
Sex appeal.
Me and Jeremiah.
Oh, I love your laugh there. I love your laugh.
Me and Jeremiah are kind of the dry
Setup
humor. Okay.
For the punchline.
We can be funny, but the thing is that Elijah is everybody's humor. Everybody can laugh at Elijah.
Yeah, because it's so easy to do.
He's the one that can get in your face.
Every day.
The in your face comedy. He's the actual, funny guy.
Right.
Me and Jeremiah, if you've watched a lot of our skits together, our skits lean more towards the question-answer kind of skit, or interview type skit, or I say something and then he makes
the long build-up for a good punchline.
Right.
Well, they kind of set themselves up to do that. They actually want it to be more of the in-your-face humor. I want it to be a jerk on camera.
So more or less, do you guys like say, no, this is how it's going to be, we're going to use this particular type of setup for our show, or do you use everybody's idea?
we use.
Try to use everybody else's ideas.
Because you got 3 different egos here, and maybe possibly even 3 different directions that you would like to see the show go. Does it make it more difficult?
All of us
than
have
the fact that
all
you're
of
3
us
brothers?
Yeah, it does.
All of us have our own views and our own opinion of what the show should do. I do the majority of the editing and the putting the shows together. As the director type producer of the show and everything, I'm the one who puts everything together and kind of lines it up and everything. But I highly respect the views and opinion of Jeremiah and Elijah because I don't put a show on or even save a show until one of them have given me the okay. I usually let both of them watch the episode prior to me putting it on. Okay. So if they see something that should be
90% of the time it's him, not me.
Oh, okay. Do you each have your own specific things aside from just the humor aspect? Do you have your own specific duties? Like maybe you're in charge
of... to Isaiah.
What's that?
I'm supposed to be the rival to Isaiah. He's the co-host.
He's the co-host of the show.
But I dream about trying to be.
But he has aspirations to be the.
I have high hopes.
I'm the main host of the show, and it's because I talk more than anything.
That's why you do the intro video and the outro video.
Yes. All right. Jeremiah, his joking job is the prop guy. He's the one who moves it around and everything. But in reality, he does more of the camera work than any of us on the show. He's the one
he's the only other one that was trained to use it.
Ah, so if you were trained to use it, you'd be doing it too, right?
Yeah, most likely.
Okay. Now, is it just you 3 that do this, or do you have a supporting cast, or do you have... And I'm leading up to like a special guest type of thing.
This is coming from one of our supporting cast members.
Exactly.
Everybody, he's on the show too.
Yes, I'm on the show too. But I was originally listed as a special guest.
In the original series, we had a standing joke. Nobody in the audience, of course, knew this, but the standing joke is why we put special guests is, well, if you're a legitimate business, you have to fall under the affirmative action plan. Right? Not that we're racist or anything like that, but we don't want anybody telling us who we have to have on the show and not.
Right.
So, to avoid any of that, we went, there's only 3 cast members. Everybody else is special guests.
Right.
We usually joked about that on the show, about how they're just special guests, but in reality, I always considered everybody who helped out in the show a part of the actual cast.
Right.
Alright, so even though I picked on you all the time about you being a special guest, you were always, to me, a part of the cast.
Right.
We do value your input, by the way.
Well, thank you very much for that. And I know how you do that. You do that with everybody as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you give the quote special guests a little bit of leeway, but ultimately you guys make the final decision on what you feel is best for the show.
Yes. Well, you have to do that. I mean, if you don't, I mean, you're just gonna go.
Exactly.
We have to control the content a little bit. Like some of the scenes that I've recorded from you and Bobby, I chopped them up.
Edit! That will be edited out though.
Oh, good, thanks.
So don't worry about that. You can carry on. That's okay, that's okay, that's okay.
But just like the 3 other problems we had, everyone else, you, Bobby, all of you have different point of views of the shows y'all watch, because y'all watch different shows than we do. Y'all have different inspirations, so y'all ideas of the show varies also. So it's kind of hard to try to determine who's all actually in click with everybody.
Right.
The original concept of the show is actually plays well to everybody's own opinion.
Right.
Right. First thing I want to clear up is we consider ourselves a random skit show.
So no set.
Not a comedy random skit show or random comedy skit show or a
We want it to be like
drama skit show. We are a random skit show where one moment we can be 100% serious and the next minute we can be tripping over our own feet or running into doors. We can do
public announcements that actually are legit.
Right? Which you've been on the show for a year now and you see what I'm talking about on that.
Exactly. Which leads me up to a question. This is one that I've kind of been curious about. Whose idea was the Nutcracker? Okay, we got 2 fingers here, 1 finger here, 1 finger there.
These 2
He
right
grabbed them.
These 2 right here.
He handed me
First
one.
recording, which
said,
only a handful of people have ever seen the actual the legitimate first episode for Abunch of Junk. Only a handful of people have seen it, you being one of them. Alright? The first episode was we just grabbed the camera one day and started recording and put the thing together. We had the idea for years and years and years.
It flopped.
And we finally went, let's just grab a camera and start recording. Alright?
Just forget about any kind of idea of a script.
Right.
And just go
for it. Alright? Well, I walked out of the room. Well, they were like, well, I got an idea. They ran over and grabbed 2 nutcrackers, brought them to the camera, and started talking. Originally, in the first episode, I came out and kind of didn't like the skit. After watching the skit, though, it was actually... I love the idea of the 2 little nutcrackers coming on stage, acting all big and macho. And then, of course, you can tell now they think they run the show.
Of course, I've seen that several times. You're the guy that you voice. His name is, what is it again?
Benjamin.
So you're Benjamin.
I'm the one that goes, cracking some nuts!
They're on middle names.
Oh, see, that's something else.
That's the thing. No,
That's a little tidbit. So, a lot of these characters are your middle names.
Except for mine.
Except yours.
Butch is not my middle name.
That would be interesting. Isaiah
That was
Butch
Butch
Hart.
Hardin.
That would be wonderful. It is now canon. That is going to happen now. His name is now Isaiah Butch Hart. But okay.
It was an improv name at the moment. I had to think of something.
Okay.
We didn't name him, so I was like, so everybody, this is Butch.
If there is one thing that you would like to see, I know you don't want to jump full on into this and just expect high expectations, but what are, well, this question is kind of a two-part. What do you expect to, I don't want to say gain, because you're just doing it because you love it and you just want to put it out there. The same way that I do that with
What
my
do I
videos.
expect the show's going?
What do you expect the direction of the show to go?
Well,
Is this something that you guys want to make sure, we want to get to the point where we're doing stuff like Jackass? No, get to the popularity at that point. But what do you expect the direction? I'm going to ask you originally that one.
I expected to actually go in a steady direction of where we're actually, almost every scene you're going to laugh at some point in the scene. And also I wanted to more down the line of we're not actually playing ourselves, we actually start acting as other characters. Like he could be Jim Bob and I'll be like Dave and he'll be like Squiggly Bob.
Right.
And you'll be like Curly Joe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to get to the point where there's going to be like set characters for different people.
Yeah, I mean, it's more
Not just
more involving on the
completely
fact-
random.
Yeah, more on the fact that we can actually act.
Do you expect this to become? What will you guys do if you expect it to go? If all of a sudden it kind of blew up?
Went viral?
Yeah.
It's hard to stay the same.
So you're gonna try to stay the same.
Yeah. The fame, we're hoping with the fame, and if we do actually get money, to try to keep the show with the original principles. We don't want to just waste all our money or waste all our time on special effects and then forget what we originally were doing.
That's another thing. I want to hear the wish list. If you had to wish one thing as far as technical aspect of it, it's gonna be a lightning round here. What do you want to see technically from the group?
Technically, more costumes.
Sound equipment.
A soundproof studio with multiple cameras and an audio system to record everything individually, where I have better options of editing. Right now I have one camera, one set of audio, and I can't work with it. You know, I mean I can work with it, but
Working with it, but you're trying to bring out the most potential as you can with it.
Well, if you take scenes and record the scenes and record the audio on a separate system, then you can splice up what scenes you like and make one solid thing, and then overlay your audio so the audio sounds crisp, and the scenes are all, the scenes you want. I've done it before in a couple of videos where I've taken the audio track and sliced the video up and then put the audio back over it. That's the kind of equipment I want.
Sounds like you guys got a set thing. Which one do you think is a more realistic thing that you'll get first?
Costumes.
Costumes. Yeah, you are the costume. You're the costume nut. You want to make sure it's good. Okay, now again another lightning round. Favorite skit that you like to do?
Genie.
Joke crackers.
We hadn't done it in a while, but the who will win in the fights.
Oh yeah, who wins in the fights? I still think that the Batman Superman one was a little overplayed.
The Batman Superman one, I love that one. It was hilarious.
I like the Santa versus Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero, yeah.
That one was a little bit more hilarious.
So one thing we are hoping
Captain
for,
America versus Superman.
Nah, I wasn't. That was a little too.
like I said, one thing our show really needs is actual special guests, like known celebrities.
Oh, that you would have to have a level of popularity
Yes.
where you have like thousands of people.
Well, if you just get one person
it's-
saying
my-
watch a
I-
bunch of junk.
Our theory is that if I could get one semi-famous person, okay, to make a cameo or say something about my show, then everybody
his
that
fault.
watches that semi-famous person would watch a few episodes of A Bunch of Junk,
Yeah, I mean,
and we could expand.
We get like the
Right.
famous guy to sit there and go, yeah, well, I watch a bunch of junk, and then I masturbate to it. You know, something like that.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think we've covered quite a good amount of territory. I think we've given the fans enough input as to what really goes on behind the scenes. With
Please
you guys.
watch and share. Like
Okay.
his videos. Watch and share.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Self-promotion.
Real quick, I want to push him.
Oh no.
He
God.
started
Yeah, I'm gonna push
his
him too.
Accursed
I'm pushing.
Studios last year, towards the end of last year, and he's been working really hard. Y'all need to support him, and of course support us. But
Support me, then I'll be able to support these guys. That's kind of what I'm going for.
Tell your friends and your friends' friends. Tell some acquaintances.
I've got a thought though. How about at the end of this thing, you show a clip, an actual legit Bunch of Junk clip that
Actually-
has not been shown,
Actually, that's an interesting idea.
and
Let's show it.
right.
Now.
And that's what I think we should do. I wish I had something to go before that, but that's all I have.
Dude, that involves way too many eggs.
Okay.
So, how are we gonna get him?
Your poo idea. Smear his entire car with poo.
You gonna touch it?
Rubber gloves, man. Big rubber gloves. We'll pick up the poo and we'll just smear it all over his car.
I say we throw him off a bridge into the water.
Ooh.
That'd be fun. Could you imagine? Just go to the lake over there in Jackson. Say, "Hi Isaiah, come film over here."
No, that would be awesome, but he would literally kill us if he.
Not if we. Hopefully, he dies on the fall.
That'd be the only.
Wait.
Then we're murderers.
I blame it on him.
That's not why we haven't killed
He's
anybody
mental
before.
health. I don't know what you're talking about. But I know. We get Derek to hide behind there in chaps.
Ooh.
Would that be good?
No.
I got it. That takes
See.
That takes getting Derek
Yeah.
here.
No.
Who wants
Isaiah
that?
doesn't laugh. He said he can never be tickled. So one of us convinces Isaiah to come out on stage, we'll turn the camera on without him knowing. I'll be behind the couch. I'll grab his legs from under the couch. No, I got it. He'll record it, and you start tickling him.
I like that.
I
idea.
got it.
Wait.
Alright. You're going to be Isaiah for a second. We're going to lower him out on stage. Bobby, you're going to distract him by talking to him.
So
We're
yeah,
gonna kick him in the butt. Ah! And then when he turns to face me,
I kick him in the butt.
you kick him in the butt.
Yeah,
And then when
then
he
we-
turns to face you, J-Ball will kick him in the butt. Let's do it.
All right, butt kicking. All right.
D-Day Chuck.
D-Day Chop. Doing the happy dance. Doing the happy dance. Doing the mega happy dance. Doing the super ultra mega happy dance.
That was
Did you like that one, guys? It's just a little tidbit, but
the worst skit ever.
that was the best one. I liked that one. It's just a little teaser, remember?
It was just you and Bobby.
No, but I really didn't like that one. I was hurting after that one, but we won't go into that.
You just said
Anyways, how can we, the fans out there, expect to contact you guys, or is
It's really
Facebook,
easy.
Twitter.
It's really easy to find us. We're on Twitter at a bunch of junk. At a bunch of junk. You can find us on Facebook. A bunch of junk. You can find us on YouTube. A bunch of junk. We even have a webpage. A bunch of junk.
That's up.
But when you
a bunch
look
of
for
junk, one word,
a
correct?
bunch, a bunch is one word. ABUNCH of junk. All right. If you type it all in caps, it'll help you find it easier.
All right, well, thank you very much for watching this episode from Accursed Studios. Hope you guys liked that. Thank you. It was a pleasure having you here.
Accursed Studios.
Yes, definitely. Thank you very much. I hope this video was entertaining for you guys. And again, support my friends. I would like to I hope they go actually very far in what they're doing, and I'll try to do my best to contribute what I can, given my schedule. So
We hope that your studios and that everything that you're doing gets you as much fame and recognition as your heart desires.
well, I wish the same on you guys. So from Thomas Griffin and Accursed Studios, this was a nice little interview with Abunch of Junk. Take care.